Hello everyone, this is Suman. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll explore something super useful, Cron Job integration with Adobe AppBuilder. If you are working with scheduled tasks or need background processing in your AppBuilder project, this video is for you. I have also created a few more videos on AppBuilder and integration with Adobe Commerce. If you have not checked those out yet, I highly recommend give them a watch. You will find links in the below description. Let's understand the theory part from the Adobe's official document. So AppBuilder runs on a serverless platform, which is basically Adobe I/O runtime. And Adobe I/O runtime, its backbone is OpenWhisk. So OpenWhisk has a feature called Alarm. Using Alarm, we can define Cron Job expression and associate with that with the AppBuilder action. So let's have some example. So first thing, we have created one project, and then in that project we have one action, and then what we are doing is that we are putting some logs in the action when it is executed, current time, and basically we are doing a deployment. Okay, so up to this there is nothing special we are doing. It's a standard AppBuilder action. The next step, what we are doing is that in our app.config.yml file, what we are doing is that we are defining a trigger. So I am defining a trigger. I am naming the trigger as every minute, and I am putting that this trigger should happen in every 1 minute. And then I am adding a rule, and in that rule I'm assigning my action, which is my generic action, with that trigger every minute. So what we are trying to tell OpenWhisk or Adobe I/O runtime, run this generic action on every 1 minute. So this basically create a cron job in the Adobe I/O runtime, and it keep on executing this generic action in every 1 minute. Now let's understand the different cron jobs we can define in the Adobe AppBuilder. So first type of cron job is trigger once. So we define a date and time. Also I can define minutes, seconds and milliseconds, and based on this specific date, the cron job would be executed only once. So next is based on the regex expression. So here we have a regex, and optionally I can have the time zone, start date and stop date. So in this case the cron job would be executed based on the expression, cron job expression. And the last one is the interval. So we have seen that we have defined a cron job which will execute in every 1 minute. So these are the three types of cron job we can define in the Adobe AppBuilder. Now let's explore the cron job with a working example and with a small demo. So I already set it up a project in my Visual Studio Code. So first thing what I am doing is that in my app.config.yml I have defined a new AppBuilder action. This is a standard action. Only thing I have made these things as a wave equal to no, because this action would be executed by the cron job. So I have made it wave equal to no. And then I have defined a trigger. So trigger I defined using alarm interval, and every 1 minute I want to execute this trigger. And then I have a rules, and in that rule what I have done is that I am assigning, like, make a relation between my AppBuilder action and my trigger. So I am telling Adobe I/O runtime that execute my action in every 1 minute. And in the AppBuilder action, what I have done, I have as a return I am returning two parameters, which is basically date and time and the locally. So first thing, like how you know that your cron job would be working or not. So what I have done, I have already deployed this app, and the next thing what I have to do is that I have to find out the list of activations basically. So it will list down a whole bunch of activation, and here you can see that there are so many activations that are getting like those are getting executed, those are executing the scheduled job action. So yeah, so this is one proof that my actions are right now getting executed every 1 minute by the Adobe IO runtime. The second thing what we can check is that we can check the log trails. Okay, so this will give you the option to see that what is coming in my logs. So now if I see this one, every 1 minute I am expecting a log in this file. So I'm not going to wait for another 1 minute. So what the other way how I can do is that I can use the AIO runtime activation log and pass the log ID. So here if I see that activation ID first one, if I'm putting, so I'll get the logs when it is executed. So it is executed 1:17 p.m. Okay, and now I'm going to take this the second last activation ID, which is this one. So yeah, so see, this is executed at 1:16 and this is executed at 1:17. Similarly, if I take the previous activation ID, I'll get the log from the third last activation ID. Yeah, see, 1:15 it executed. So now we are clear that my cron job are set, and it is right now working, and it is correctly executed by the Adobe IO runtime. That's all in this video. So in this video we have seen how we can configure a cron job in the Adobe IO runtime, and also we have seen how we can execute a app builder action through the cron job. Thanks for watching, and if you have any queries, clarification, please feel free to add your input in the comment section. Thank you.